Hello and welcome to this tutorial. This tutorial is on BreadCrumb.ai. BreadCrumb.ai helps you make sense of your data by transforming it into interactive views. When we scroll down this website, we can see some of the features such as real-time visualization. You also have interactive insights. And when we also go down, we also see personalization at scale. So as you can see here, you can imagine what it can do for you with your data, and we're going to do some of that in a second. As you can see, data skills are required, and of course, you can make sense of it as you go along the way. Now, when we talk about the pricing, at the top, there is a pricing option here, and so we're going to have a look at it. Now, when it comes to the price, you have about 4 options for your pricing packages. You have the starter, the basic, the pro, and the organizations. And this one, of course, you have to negotiate with them for a specialized package if that's what fits your job. Now, here in the starter, you have about 2 spaces. You can connect up to 3 sources, and you can share via a public link or a custom report. And you also have email support. Now, as you go higher up the package chain, you have more features, of course. But for this tutorial, we're going to go ahead and start with the starter by signing up for free. Then you have the easily asked questions if you'd like to get some more information how it works. Of course, that's what we're doing here. And what is a space and a widget and things like that. You can come down here and make your research. So let's go right ahead and get started. So in the process of getting started, we have to add some information here. Tell us about yourself. You can write anything you want, maybe data analyst. And now we get to fill some information here. As you can see, your title or role, your organizational name, your organization's name, the size of your organization, and what best describes your team. This helps the AI to know exactly how to provide the feedback that we'll be giving to you. And you're going to see that in just a moment. So when we click on continue, after clicking continue, we have an untitled space. So we have the option to name that space. We're going to give it a name, and we're going to select the sources and describe what we want to see. So let's say my first space. So we could call this my first space, and then we get to select the sources. Now, this is where you actually get to add the document you would like to add. So when you click on the plus sign, well, you have 2 options. You could drag and drop the spreadsheet you have here, or you could go ahead and browse for it, or you can make use of this sample data. Now, of course, for this demonstration, we will be making good use of this sample data. Now we've selected one resource or one source. We have to describe what we want to see. Now, if you're not sure of what you want to see, there is the option to leave it blank, because the suggestion here in the placeholder is, if left blank, our AI will create initial widgets based on the available data. So we're going to leave it at that so we can see how smart this AI is, and we're going to select create space. So it's going to spend some time to look for data and create space. It may take a few minutes depending on the size of your data. We're just going to wait for it to happen. And as you can see now, the AI has provided a visually appealing information here for us to digest. Of course, the data in the spreadsheet were just figures and columns, but now it transforms them into graphs, into pie charts, and it really helps us to see the different things. Now, here we can see about 5 widgets based on the document which we've provided. The attrition by department, the employee distribution by gender, if you're interested in that, available monthly income by job level, and you have this other information here, which as a data analyst, this would be wonderful for you to easily digest, and you don't have to go doing all the manual stuff yourself. Then I would like to show you some other interesting thing here. Here on this website, you have the option to add an insight to this row. It's also important to note that you can actually move this widgets around. So you could move them to suit your visual preference. And then when we come down here, we have the option to add. So when you come down here, you have the option to add an insight, and we're just going to explore that option to show you what it can do. And now after we click the plus sign, you can see that this is a blank insight, and then it suggests that you should start a chat to begin analyzing your data. Now here, there is a sidebar that just popped from the right. And here we can see that it has suggestions based on your board. So here are some suggestions or questions you could ask it to do. For example, which department has the highest attrition rate? And then it's going to appear here in a nice way. At the top right corner here, we have the option to share this, to view the source of this information, and then the display format or the dashboard view. So you have the dashboard view currently, or the other display is the report view. So we're going to scroll up to see how it changes if we click on it. Of course, this is the dashboard view. And when we click on the report view, and now because we changed it to the report view from the dashboard view, it displays it in more emphasis, I could say. So now remember we had the attrition department, it showed as a widget before, but now it has a sidebar, much like a PowerPoint presentation style, right? So when we click on the next widget on the left, it's going to change. So this is the attrition department. And now we clicked on the next one, which is the employee distribution by gender. So we could see here, it also gives a summary. It says the company has a total of 4,410 employees. Out of these, 2,546 are male, and you can see all these details here by yourself. Here on the sidebar view, we could change the display. We could change it to a line chart. Currently is in a pie chart. You could also change it to a vertical bar or anything you want. So if we want to just change it to a line bar, let's see what it does. So as you can see comparatively, it says here male and then you have female. It just draws a line, of course, showing that males are more and females are less. However, the pie chart is a lot better, the previous one. And remember, this was the AI giving its suggestion as to the best way to present the information. So I personally go with the previous one, which is a pie chart, and that looks really good. So this is how much we can take for this tutorial. As you can see, BreadCrumb.ai is really cool. It has some nice features, especially if you're into data analysis or you're a data specialist. This is a good tool for you to speed up your work and optimize your efficiency. So go ahead and give it a try and see how much more you can do with it.